Okay, so this video is going to cover finding the sale price, the original price, and the selling price of an item. So we've already kind of talked about the sale price, but just to make sure, we're going to go over that really quickly again. In order to find the sale price of an item, you want to first find the percent that you're getting off of the original item. So we're going to do a couple example problems or talk about the couple example problems that we actually completed in class already, just to make sure, it's like a little refresher. But once you find the percent of the original price, you take that amount and subtract it from that original price, and that'll give you what you're actually paying for. So we had two problems yesterday. One was an $80 item in sale for $20 or 20% off, excuse me. And so we found 20% of our $80, which gave us 16. And so that was the amount of money that we actually got off of the item. So it was an $80 item and we subtracted 16 from it, giving us $64. And then our second problem was a $120 item, and that was on sale for 70% off. So again, we found the percentage of the original amount, so 70% of the $120, which gave us 84. And then we subtracted that amount from the original price of 120. So this item, for 70% off, you'd be paying $36. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the original price of something. So you buy some shoes that are 40% off. So 40% off is going to be something important. They are $33. So that's the amount that you paid once you took the 40% off. We want to try and find out what the original price of these shoes were. So our first question we want to think about is, what percent are you paying? So what percent of the item are you paying for? You got 40% off, which means there is 60% that you are actually paying for. So you paid for 60% of the item that gave you $33. Then our second step is going to be to write a proportion. So we know that the part that we're paying is $33. So that's going to go in our numerator. That's our sale price. Our original price is the part that we don't know, the whole amount. So we're going to put an X in the denominator, and we're going to set that equal to a percent over 100. Now, a lot of people want to put 40 on the numerator here, but that's how much we got off the original amount. We actually are paying 60% of the item, which is the same as $33. So we actually want to put 60 in our numerator. So it's really important to figure out what percent that you're actually paying of the item, not how much or what percent you got off of the original price. So then from here, you're going to solve using cross products like we've been doing when we solve our proportions. So we've got 33 multiplied by 100, which gives us 3,300. And 60 times x gives us 60x. Make sure you're writing all of this down in your notebook. Feel free to pause anything you need to get caught up. I would write down the original problems. I think that would help you guys when you go back to study. So then for here, we're going to divide both sides by 60 to get our value. We're left with x on the left. I'm going to eliminate some zeros on the right. I'm going to do my long division here. So 6 can go into 33 5 times. I'm left with 3 left over. Bring down my 0. 6 goes into 35 times. So our answer here should be 55. So what that means is our original price of these shoes are $55. So my answer would be 55. A good way to go through and check to make sure that's right is we're saying the original price of these shoes are $55. So if we knew that these shoes were $55 and we're getting 40% off, we could find 40% of our $55. And if it didn't equal 33, then we did something incorrectly. So it's kind of a nice built-in check that you can do. So I'll show you how I would do that. So I'm going to change my color for my check step. I'm going to find 40% of 55. And so I'm actually going to take my percentage, turn it into a decimal. I'm going to multiply 55 by 4/10. And so that's $22. So 40% of 55 is getting $22 off. So then 55 minus 22 gives me 33. So I know I've gotten that answer correctly. Now that is not a requirement to do your check step, but it is nice to know how to check it to make sure that your original price is correct. So we've got another finding original price problem. Here it says you buy a game for $90. So $90 was how much you paid. It was 80% off. What is the original price? So again, we're doing like we did before. Since we got 80% off, what percent are we actually paying? So we're paying 20%. You got 80% off the item, paid $90. So you're actually only paying 20%. So $90 is the same as 20%. That's a really large amount for a small percentage. So that should kind of give you the idea that our original price is probably going to be very expensive. So then our second step is to write a proportion. So again, our sale price is going to be in the numerator, $90. We don't know our original price, our total amount. So that's going to be a variable. And we're going to set this equal to a percent over 100. Again, it was 80% off. So we're paying 20%. We put the 20 in our numerator. Then we're going to do cross products like we normally do when we're solving proportions. We've got 90 times 100, which is 9,000, and set that equal to 20 times x. Solving for x, we're going to divide by 20, and we've got 900 divided by 2. I eliminated a set of zeros, so that should be 450, which means our original price for this game is $450. So that's a very expensive price, but when we got 80% off of it, we were still paying a $90 amount. So that kind of told us in the beginning that this game was going to be extremely expensive. So the key for finding the original price, the really important piece here is remembering what percent of the item are you paying for. You're not just taking the percentage off that you're told in your problem. You have to think, if you got 80% off of an item, that means you're paying 20% of the original price. So that's going to be a big key part of finding the original price, especially when you set up a proportion. So far we've talked about finding the sale price of an item and finding the original price. Now we're going to go ahead into finding the selling price. So this is another new mini title in your notes. So we want to find the selling price of an item. And what that is every company buys an item for a certain amount of money, but they don't sell that item for the same amount that they paid. They're actually going to mark that item up, the price up a little bit. So that's where markups come in, and then that's their selling price. So our selling price is the cost that our store had to pay plus the amount that they decide to mark up that item. So that markup allows the stores to actually make some sort of profit, which is what all stores need to do in order to stay in business. So every item that we end up buying in a store is actually marked up from what the store actually paid for it. So our selling price is equal to the cost to store plus the markup. So make sure you're writing all of this stuff in your notebook. Pause the video if you need to make sure you're catching up and writing everything you need to write down. And then we're going to go ahead and start our first selling price problem. So it says a store pays $70 for a bicycle. The percent of markup is 20%. So what is the selling price? So this store bought a bike for $70, and then they're going to sell it in their store for $70 plus an extra 20%. So this is similar in a way to a sale price, except instead of subtracting the percent that we found from our original, we're actually going to add it, which is what our equation said right before this. We've got a $70 bike, and we want to find 20% of the 70. So go ahead and find 20% of the 70. So 20% of 70 should be $14. So that means the store marked up their bike $14 extra. So the selling price is going to be the original price, $70, plus the amount that they marked it up, which is $14. So the selling price of this bike is $84. And that allows this store to make a $14 profit. So our next problem says a store pays $140 for a new chair. The percent of markup is 25%. What is the selling price? So again, we want to find out the percent that we're given. So here it's 25% of the amount that the store paid, so $140. So they're going to take this $140 chair and mark it up 25%. So again, go ahead and find 25% of 140. So 1/4 of 140, or 25% of 140 is going to give you $35. So again, our selling price is going to be the original amount the store paid for the item, $140, plus the amount that they marked up, which is $35. So here, the selling price for this bike would be $175. So that means when we go into this store and you look at this chair that is sold at the store, the price we would be paying is $175. And that again allows our company, or this company, the store, to make a profit. And then that is the end of the video. So we've covered selling price, which is the amount the store pays for an item plus the markup amount. We talked about the original price, and the key part about that is finding out what percent of the item you're actually paying for. And then we briefly talked about the sale price, which was something we had already done before, but I wanted to touch on one more time. Once you're finished with the video, if you need to go back and rewatch any section, feel free to do that. You do have homework to complete out of your RAPJ. And as you're doing the homework, if you're a little bit confused, again, feel free to look up this video and watch the section you need to watch. Make sure you have everything written down in your notebook. So if you need to copy down the word problems, feel free to do that as well. And then we will continue to talk about these items when I'm back in class.